Assalamu alaikum everybody, I'm your Arabic teacher Sam, and a very warm welcome back to another video here on the Arabic with Sam channel. In this little video I just want to talk about some of the new hardware that we've got for the Arabic in 60 Steps program. For those of you who are new to the channel, my name's Sam, I'm an Arabic teacher, and my program that I've built with my own hands is called the Arabic in 60 Steps program. And we're always looking for new ways to really delight our students, so we want to make the experience really enjoyable and stuff, and one of the things that a lot of students requested is certificates. So certificates is one thing that we're going to talk about, but the three kind of new physical things that students actually receive, I want to talk through them. So we've got new workbooks. I'll kind of take you guys in this video maybe through the journey of the workbooks at the end, because we've had a few different kinds, and these are just really nice. Like we've really not cut any corners and making sure that this book's really nice. So the workbooks, certificates, and we're also going to start writing, well, I'm personally going to start writing a handwritten letter of congratulations to any student who completes the program. So let's run through the book first. So these are the books. These are the new books. Okay, we've got new covers. What is different about these books? So we've got really heavy covers. I actually kind of wanted to make these books hardback, but that actually wasn't possible at this stage. So we've got really heavy covers though on both sides, and it kind of almost feels hardback. Like they're so dense that it almost feels hardback. So if I'm always kind of thinking about practically how do students use these books, and they're perfectly strong enough and thick enough that if you want to have it on your knee and do work when you're on the bus or you're on a train or whatever, and that's why as well I've chosen specifically to go for the bind that wraps around like that, so you can fold it over. Some students at home, maybe you don't have a lot of desk space, or you like working in cafes and stuff, and sometimes these cafes, they don't give you a lot of table space and stuff like that. So that's why we chose to do that. So we've really kind of got the student experience in mind. So how's it laid out? I mean, obviously the Arabic in 60 Steps program is 60 steps of a program, and in this book, one of the first things at the beginning is the contents page. We have the whole list of all the different topics, and that's obviously really helpful for students to kind of look at that and see the map of how that Arabic is going to progress. So steps pretty much from 1 to 51 are concepts of grammar. It's kind of Arabic grammar in use. We are building phrases, we are building sentences, we are translating texts and stuff throughout all of those things. But there's kind of a central concept that you're learning through all those exercises. So what do they look like? So every lesson will be like this. You'll have a vocab list, and then you'll have different challenges, translation challenges, fill in the gaps challenges, and kind of stuff like that. All of the answers for all of those are inside the student portal as well. After every 5 lessons, there is a little journal page, okay? So a little place just for you to write about how it has been from steps 1 to 5, and just to add any other notes in here. Like a lot of you guys who are on my program, a lot of you also follow my podcast or follow this YouTube channel, or or read articles I've written and stuff like that, and you might want to just kind of bulk out your own studies. So we've deliberately written this book so it has space for you to kind of have all your notes in one place, or even if you use other resources as well. I mean, if you like to complement the program with using Arabic Workshop. I mean, Arabic Workshop's a company that they're good friends of mine. The CEO, Ryan, is a guy who's been on my podcast and stuff, and or any other resource. If you use My Arabic World, even a resource that I've built, stuff as well. There's all the space in these workbooks as well to kind of have all your notes in one place. Another thing that we did, we did have an issue in a previous print of these books with print quality of the texts that we do, because we cover about 15 of Arabic's most iconic texts. I mean, we cover Quran, and we kind of we ponder over the difference of the Arabic in Quran from Mecca and Quran from Medina. And when we take these texts, they're just much better quality, much easier to read in this new print. We've really gone out of our way to make sure that all the text is clear. And then there are some texts that you can't really even find online. Like there are some little gems of Arabic that I found when I was studying in Palestine and when I was studying Egypt and stuff. And I really wanted to have them in this book, and it's just hard to get good photocopies of them and stuff like that, of the scripts. So I've retyped them myself with a lot of these. So so at the end, at the end when we do travel writings, we have whole texts here that I deliver seminars on. This is from there's probably something from Rihlat ibn Jubair, probably the travel writing of a man called Ibn Jubair, and some writing of a man called Ibn Fadlan as well. And I've kind of retyped it so it's nice and clear and everything for the students too. And there's loads of note-taking space and everything like that. Cool. So that's kind of the books. That's what the new books are like. What do we have next? So the certificates. We had our sister. She's recently rebranded her graphic design brand. It used to be Pixel Graphic Designs, but now it's Now it's Hijr Designs or something like that, I think. But she's got a beautiful Instagram page. I'll link it up in the description below. She did these certificates for us. So we have these really nice certificates. When students get them, obviously I'll sign them. You'll have your name on them, and maybe I'll frame them as well. Actually, if I can do that in a way that's cost efficient, I'll frame them and I'll send them framed to you as well, because it'll also mean that you get them. And they're much more protected. So anyway, so the colour scheme is obviously because of the programme. Like, the programme is basically orange, black, white. Those are the colours that we go for. But something noteworthy is that there's deliberately 60 stars around it. Now, I especially wanted that. There's 60 stars around the border. And those kind of 60 stars represent the 60 steps that you've taken in your journey learning Arabic. I mean, once you've completed those 60 steps, you're really in a position of Arabic language independence, and you can interact with and engage with and discuss some of Arabic's, as I said, some of Arabic's most iconic texts, as well as approach your new texts, as well as build your speaking and your listening and stuff too. So that's an awesome achievement. So students who complete the exam successfully will get one of those. Students who also complete the exam successfully will also get one of these in the post, but they won't receive it blank. They'll receive a handwritten letter from me. And I'm going to do that for every single person who completes the program successfully and completes the exam successfully. The exam and these certificates is something quite new. Although we've been running the program for well over a year now, we've had about 400 students enroll. This is something quite new. So a lot of you students actually completed the program very, very successfully, but didn't actually do the program. There's lots of you out there. I'm talking to guys of you like Mohammed, like Marta, like Omar, like Fiona, like Fatima, like Mohammed, like James as well. Like, there's loads of you, right, who over the years have successfully completed all of the steps, and you've kind of told me, and we've had a conversation about how to further your studies. So do the exam, inshallah, for those of you, so that I can send one of these to you in the post. Yeah, because we have an exam planned, and it'll be slightly different for each student, and we have a way of doing it so that you can do the exam at home and stuff like that too, and still make it fair. Cool. So there's that. What else did I want to say about that? Yes, there's a certificate on completion. So a student who completes the program successfully will get a workbook, and they'll get a certificate at the end, and they'll get one of these letters of congratulations at the end. Maybe for those of you who have still stuck around, maybe I'll talk to you about the journey of the Arabic in 60 Steps books, because I actually have them up here. So we have, this is how it started, right? It started just with these books that are printed on A3, staple in the back. They're not bad, they're fine, they did the job. They did the job. But yeah, those were the first books. That's book 1, book 2, and then book 3 and 4 combined. Yeah, that's how we used to print them. Yeah, because I actually first wrote the program to teach Arabic to children. Was actually how I first wrote it. Like, when I first left my job as a primary school teacher, I was just trying to make a living by going to people's houses and teaching their kids Arabic for the purpose of understanding the Quran, right? Like, you'll notice that a lot of the vocab lists in these books are directly taken from Juz Amma, specifically, right? From the Quran in general, but specifically from Juz Amma. Like, there are examples from Surah from Juz Amma, all over the place, and loads of vocab that would be instrumental in understanding Juz Amma particularly. So that's what it was like. We had them in smaller books, and that's what it was like when we first started the program. And we didn't really have the budget even to do that. Like, to be honest, like, it really put a lot of hardship and pressure on me getting those books printed. But I really wanted to do it. Like, I really wanted the students to have something in front of them that they would engage with, and they'd know that their teacher has taken the time to put something together and send it to them in the post. And that's how it started. The second book that we had is this one. This is the next book that we had. Obviously, I've not had a designer do that. Like, I've just done that myself on Canva, because we couldn't afford it. But yeah, that book's a little bit more chunky, but it's because we had one of those journal pages at the end of every single lesson, and I just found, like, when I looked at students' books, that they just weren't using them. Do you know what I mean? They just weren't using them. So I thought, do you know what we'll do? We don't need those spaces in. We'll make the covers better quality, and that will free up more space to have more exercises for students to practice, rather than just empty space that students aren't making notes in. So yes, that's what it looked like the second time. It was when we published this one that we had brother Ismaeel Beaumont come on the team. He's a graduate from the Islamic University of Medina, and he also runs Maysoor Arabiya. Please check him out as well. He's a very, very dedicated Arabic teacher, mashallah, and he's also had a new baby as well. So may Allah bless his may Allah bless his new child. I don't know if it's a boy or a girl yet, so I don't know. But anyway, okay, that's when we brought on the team. That's when we brought Ismaeel Beaumont onto the team, and then obviously the new books, we've had a new designer. You know, the designer who did the certificate and the letter as well also did the front cover for this. So yeah, so that's it. That's the hardware that students get for the Arabic in 60 Steps program, and then those are the old ones. That's the journey of the Arabic in 60 Steps program. We go from like paper to a little bit of a design, you know, bit better bind, to bam, you know, specific calligraphy for the Arabic in 60 Steps program, because we are a program that we do not cut corners. We do not cut corners on the Arabic in 60 Steps program. So that's everything for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and there'll be more Arabic lessons coming out on this YouTube channel all week long, inshallah. So see you guys in the next one. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu.